What's up, everybody? It's been like 1 year and 2 months since we put this eBay Turbo on here, and I figured I'd go over and give a quick review on it. I mean, it's holding up well. Everything's working well. This was about $300 after everything's said and done. 78, 75 off of eBay. It's a homemade turbo kit. What you see is what you get. It's been on here for about a year. I mean, I daily this. It's about 20 miles round trip from my house for my day-to-day tasks and back. So on a normal day, I put 20 miles on it. I mean, the power's good. I mean, it was just a Amazon $120 air-to-air intercooler. It's holding up well, and a $100 piping kit. I mean, can't beat it. I got a $35 blow-off valve, a $50 wastegate, $30 fuel pressure regulator. I mean, it was done to do it everything as cheap as you could possibly do it. I mean, where I needed to spend money, I did. I got Snake Eater Performance 1500cc injectors in there. I got a decent Speedmaster fuel pump. It runs on E85. I mean, the mileage isn't as good on E85, but it's stop and go, the type mileage I do. There's no really highway cruising, and I live in a mountainous area, so everything's up and down hills and stop and go. I'm averaging about 12 miles per gallon, running it like a normal car. I mean, everything works out well with it. It does good. The turbo's holding up really well. There's no smoke or nothing out of it. I mean, I've seen guys on there complain with turbos, and you know, you're smoking on diesel and all that, and I haven't had any issues with this turbo like that. I mean, a lot of that has to do with where you mount it. If you don't have your turbo mounted where it's going to drain good, you know, then you're going to get oil past the sills on diesel. It just doesn't matter. I mean, the only real issue I've had with this, you know, yeah, I deleted the rings on 3 pistons a couple times, but that was my own fault. It was having a 10 micron fuel filter that couldn't flow enough volume to keep up. I mean, here's a time slip. That was a video I posted for the 10-second run. I mean, it was a 1:57 60-foot time. And it went 687 and 103.52 in the 8th that day. And then that's the day I deleted 2 pistons, so it ended up only going 1071 and 119. At the 1,000 foot, I was going 118, so pretty much it didn't accelerate anymore after the 1,000 foot mark that day. So, I mean, by those calculations and what it weighs, that comes out to about 650 horsepower. I mean, it's got just a cheap converter that I bought off of Facebook Marketplace. Paid like 175 bucks for it. It's working well. We could use a little bit looser converter, but for street driving, it works out. It just tames the launch a little bit, but that works well. I mean, other than that, I can't complain. You can't go wrong with it. I see a bunch of these GT45s popping up, and they're just outdated, man. From what everybody I've seen that builds these cars, they seem that you can make more power with these 78, 75s than you can at GT45. So just think of that sometimes the cheapest option isn't the best option. And just the wheel design on that GT45 knockoff is just so inefficient. That's why those kind of hit a brick wall somewhere around 650 or so. I mean, my problem with the 650 horse on this is that for my setup, a T4 flange is kind of small, and in the future I'm going to upgrade to a Borg Warner S480, but for right now, this gets it done. Gets me back and forth to where I got to go, and keeps me happy. If you don't have slicks on it, you can spin the tire at any mile per hour on command just by giving it gas. But I hope that helps anybody looking in to do this on their own. It's really simple and easy. The Terminator makes it super easy to tune. And hey, it don't take a lot of money to have a fun car and have a car that runs decent. You can save where you can and spend where you have to. Some things you're going to need quality parts, but you can't get away with a bunch of cheap stuff. This car is living proof. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.